Hello everyone. Welcome to another English shadowing practice video. Do you want to speak English more clearly? Do you want to think in English naturally? Then this story is for you. We'll go line by line. Listen carefully, pause after each sentence, and repeat what you hear. That's how your brain learns English rhythm, the way native speakers do. Today's story is called The Call That Changed Everything. It's about two friends, one terrifying day, and how fear sometimes hides a simple truth. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Emma Collins. I'm 23 years old. I live in a small apartment in Seattle. This story happened one rainy Tuesday morning. It started with a single phone call. I was drinking coffee, watching the rain fall outside my window, when my phone began to ring. It was Chloe, my best friend since high school. But something was wrong. Her voice sounded broken. "Emma, help me, please," she cried. "I'm at Westlake Station. Please, come quickly. I'm scared." Before I could say anything, the line went dead. I froze. Chloe was strong, calm. She never panicked. If she was scared, it had to be serious. I grabbed my coat and keys. The rain was heavy, but I didn't care. I ran straight to my car. When I reached Westlake Station, it was crowded and noisy. People moved in every direction, and trains roared in the distance. Then I saw her. Chloe, standing near the escalator. Her hair was wet. Her hands were shaking. I rushed to her. "Chloe, what happened?" She turned, eyes wide with fear. "Someone's been following me," she said. "I think he wants to hurt me." "What? Who?" She looked over her shoulder. His tall, thin, dark hair, wearing a gray jacket and sunglasses. I saw him at the bus stop, and now he's here too. I glanced around. Dozens of faces, but none stood out. Until I saw him. A man near the ticket counter. Gray jacket. Sunglasses. Staring right at us. Even in the crowd. It felt like his eyes found mine. "Let's go," I whispered. "No?" We walked fast toward the exit. Chloe gripped my arm tightly. Her voice shook. "He keeps showing up wherever I go." "My car's outside," I said. "Well, drive somewhere safe." The cold wind hit us as we ran through the rain. When we reached my car, Chloe suddenly gasped. "Emma, he's here?" I turned. The man was walking toward us. Calm, slow, expressionless. My heart pounded. "Get in the car." "Now!" We jumped inside. I started the engine and pulled away fast. Through the mirror, I could see him standing there, watching as we drove off. Chloe held her chest. Her breathing was shallow. "I don't understand," she said. "How does he keep finding me? Maybe coincidence?" I said softly, though I didn't believe it. "Where should we go?" I asked. Chloe thought for a moment. "Let's go to Lakeside Mall. It's crowded." He won't dare do anything there. The drive took 15 minutes. The rain slowed down, but the tension didn't. When we arrived, the parking lot was packed. Families, teenagers, laughter and music filled the air. For the first time, Chloe smiled weakly. "Maybe we're safe now." We walked inside. The bright lights, the smell of coffee and perfume, everything felt normal again. We sat in the food court. Chloe said she needed to use the restroom. She handed me her bag. "Can you grab us some water?" "Sure." I stood in line. I told myself it was over. Maybe she imagined it. Maybe it was just anxiety. But when she came back, her face turned pale again. "Emma," she whispered. "What?" "Where?" "Near the ice cream shop," she said. "By the glass railing." "He's watching us." I turned slightly, and there he was. Same man, same jacket, same cold stare. "How did he get here so fast?" I whispered. "We need help," Chloe said. We hurried toward the security desk. An older guard was sitting behind a monitor. "Sir," I said quickly, "someone's following my friend." He straightened up. "What does he look like?" Chloe answered fast. "Tall, thin, gray jacket. Sunglasses?" "When did you last see him?" "Just now, near the food court." The guard nodded. "All right. Stay here. I'll take a look." He walked off into the crowd. We waited. Every second felt longer than the last. 10 minutes later, he returned shaking his head. I walked the whole floor. Didn't see anyone matching that description. Chloe blinked in disbelief. "That's impossible." He was right there. The guard gave a sympathetic smile. "Maybe he left when he saw me." He offered to walk us to the parking lot. We agreed. Outside, the air smelled of wet asphalt. The man was gone. "See?" I said softly. "Maybe it's over." Chloe nodded, but her hands were still trembling. "Let's get some coffee," I said. "There's a cafe nearby." "You need to calm down." It was a small place called the Copper Bean. Warm lights, soft music, and the smell of fresh pastries. We found a table by the window. For the first time all day, Chloe took a deep breath. "Thank you," she said quietly. "You always come when I need you." "That's what best friends do." I smiled. We ordered our drinks. I had a cappuccino. She had hot chocolate. The rain outside had stopped. Everything seemed peaceful again. Then Chloe's eyes widened. "Emma," she whispered, "don't look. He's here again." My heart dropped. "Where?" "Near the door. Sitting alone. He's watching us." I turned slightly, and there he was. Same jacket. Same face. Sunglasses now resting on the table. "Okay," I said firmly. "I'm calling the police." But before I could, Chloe suddenly stood up. "Chloe?" "Wait." She walked over to the man's table. He looked up, surprised, not angry. They started talking. Quietly, I couldn't hear them. But after a minute, Chloe laughed softly. She waved at me. "Emma, come here." I walked over, still confused. The man took off his sunglasses completely. His eyes were gentle, not cold. "Emma," Chloe said. "This is Ethan?" I blinked. "Ooh, my ex-boyfriend," she said awkwardly. "I'm sorry. I lied to you?" "We'd what?" she sighed. I didn't know how to explain. "We broke up 2 months ago. He's been trying to reach me ever since. I didn't want to talk to him." Ethan raised his hands slightly. "I know how this looks," he said. "I shouldn't have followed her. I just needed to give her something." He reached into his pocket and pulled out a small keychain. A silver star with a tiny letter E engraved on it. "It's yours," he said softly to Chloe. I wanted to return it and say I'm sorry for everything. But we sat down together. For the first time, I saw no threat in him, only regret. "Chloe," he said, "I never meant to scare you. I just wanted to see you one last time." Chloe looked down. "I was terrified, Ethan. You followed me all day. Why didn't you just call again?" He shrugged. "Tried? You blocked my number?" I watched the two of them quietly. Part of me was angry, but another part understood. I leaned forward. "Ethan, what you did was wrong," I said calmly. "Following someone who doesn't followed is not love. It's fear of letting go." He nodded slowly. "You're right. I'm sorry." Chloe took the keychain, her eyes soft now. "Thank you for returning it," she said. "I hope you find peace." Ethan stood up. "Goodbye, Chloe." "Goodbye, Emma. And I'm sorry for today." He walked out of the cafe. The bell on the door, as it closed, we both sat there, listening to the faint sound of rain starting again. For a long moment, we said nothing. Chloe stared out the window. "So that's what all of this was," she said. "My ex-boyfriend trying to return a keychain. I laughed softly. Well, it definitely felt like a movie for a while. She smiled weakly. Emma, thank you for not giving up on me. I shook my head. You'd do the same for me. The tension finally melted away. Outside, cars passed, and the city lights shimmered on the wet streets. We finished our coffee in silence, both thinking about how fast fear can grow and how quickly it disappears once you know the truth. That night, as I drove home through the quiet streets of Seattle, I kept thinking about everything that happened. How one phone call had turned an ordinary day into a storm of fear and misunderstanding. How a shadow of worry can grow into something that feels like danger, until the truth turns the light back on. Sometimes the mind creates monsters that don't really exist, and sometimes what we need most is not escape but understanding. Fear fades when truth appears. That's what I learned that day. I smiled as I parked the car. The rain had stopped completely. The air smelled clean, fresh, like a new beginning. I looked up at the cloudy sky and whispered to myself, sometimes the scariest moments have the simplest explanations. And now it's your turn. Go back. Play this story again. Shadow every sentence. Repeat after me. Train your mouth, your rhythm, your confidence. That's how you grow. That's how you sound natural in English. And remember this: fear is loud, but truth always speaks louder. Keep learning, keep believing, and keep shining, just like Chloe did.